So do not make anybody confused because some people may not have seen the previous video. This is a follow-up video to my previous one. Um, if you want passive trees explanation of the build, how it works, much more in depth, you just go click the video that I will put in description. And with that being said, this is a simulation of level 52 occultist. Um, Maybe not really a 52 because I also have the second ascendancy, which is Profane Bloom. Um, and this version is the self-cast one during acts. So you should be around Act 7 when your build will reach this point. And I'll show you how the build looks like without the Spellslinger, how it performs. Because maybe some people don't like the Spellslinger. Spellslinger, it's very um, can be very deadly if you don't position yourself right, and in some cases it can be slow. Now, one thing that I should mention: when you are leveling tracks, you should either do library or get your blasphemy curse from Act 6. Either one is fine. Now the thing is, my blasphemy is level 4, which ideally it should be around level 12, 13, 14, something like that when you take your second ascendancy. Um, why? Because when you have your second ascendancy, you are getting access to Profane Bloom. Profane Bloom will make the mobs explode. You can, of course, use Blasphemy with Frostbite, even if you don't have the Profane Bloom, because that in and of itself is a lot of damage boost. And truthfully, you don't really have many auras you can use. Like, you can use Malevolence and Clarity, and you can use one curse. And with this setup right here, you are still having a lot of mana, right? Um Now, I'll go over the gem setups and something that I think you should pay attention. Here I have increased area of effect. Um, this gem works very well with the Blasphemy and Frostbite, and when you are leveling, you should have much more area of effect. Maybe around 60 increased area of effect. So your explosions will help you clear faster. This is the gem setup: Blasphemy with Frostbite. Then we have Vortex, Control Distraction, Elemental Focus, and Creeping Frost. I have a Clarity, Flame Dash, Arcane Surge, Frost Bomb. I have a Steel Skin, which I'm using it on my left click, and then I have Cooling Strike support for my Frost Bomb. Here I just have Malevolence with faster attacks and Shield Charge. Malevolence is not affected by faster attacks, so don't worry about it. And here I have Cold Snap with Bone Chill, Elemental Focus, and faster casting. One thing that I didn't mention previously is what gems to level when you're swapping. So let's say you're swapping, right? And one mistake that I did, I put Malevolence here. Because ideally you don't want to put an aura on your weapons. Now, let's just say I'm swapping, right? What gems do I use? Don't use the ones you see here because this is an old build. Um, use You either get Vortex, um, because Creeping Frost is usually cheap to buy at level 21, but Vortex is expensive even though they deal the same damage. So you level Vortex and you level Blasphemy. Those are very good items to level. I would also consider using leveling up support gems like Swift of Friction, Hypothermia, but those, truthfully, you can just buy it from other players. So that's how I would suggest you get your Blasphemy as soon as you hit level, you get to a library, um, and put 5 vortexes on your weapon swap, so that you have enough gems to level up. Now this is how the build looks like. I have a silver flask. Again, if you want to know more about the build, late game and all of that, um, I'll just leave a video in the description. Um, you can, uh, if you pay attention, you can see that the explosions are very small because I don't have a lot of increased area of effect um, on my curse because the blasphemy level is too little. But as I said, when you're leveling tracks, it should be around level 12, 13, which gives you a lot of increased area of effect. Now, the moment you get your second curse or your third curse, because like with this build, truthfully, you can get to tier 6, tier 7 maps without having to worry about using third curse or second curse. So your next ascendancy, it could be this Frigid Wake, it could be Malediction, depending on what you like. Both are fine. I think Frigid Wake is much better because you don't die to any uh, freeze. But Malediction is also fine. The moment you swap to a second or third curse, you drop the increase of effect support. You either take this wheel with Carrion and take um, mana reservation efficiency on your curses, and probably spend 2 points here to get another 8% mana reservation efficiency. Maybe even come here and take the discipline, mana reservation efficiency, and here you take the clarity, so that you can fit. Maybe you can fit the malevolence also, if you do that, or you can fit, I don't know, discipline. I didn't do the math, but if you can fit malevolence also with two curses, that's pretty good. Now that was the build. Remember, in a real life scenario, you would have 900 HP less, and the damage would still be the same. Because this build it's level 85, but I didn't allocate all the points.